I kind of felt bad at the end of last video because at the end of it, it was like, oh, we're right back to where we started last time. Yeah, today's video is just a little bit of me showing it off since we didn't get as far along as I planned previously. So now I get to show you what I did. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We picked up the Sled this summer, sight unseen, 250 bucks. Drop it in the truck, let's take it home, let's go. Then found out that this thing is a burn victim. All the electrical had been basically charred up. Along with that, the fuel system and a bunch of other things that we replaced over the last little while. So let's see where we're at for 250 bucks into this Summit Mach Z. I'm actually glad I didn't film this video while I was doing it because it was a lot of what I said it was going to be, which was a lot of back and forth and eyeballing stuff up and, oh, I can't run that wire here, got to run it here. It was a lot of backtracking because this is a custom build. Nothing fits where it's supposed to, so I have to find a place for everything. I got the hood and the headlight all wired up properly. Now, that took a while, and I had to replace a big chunk of burnt wire. I had to solder in a bunch of new wire into the connector to the headlight harness. I could tell when I was running this wire, it's like, wow, there's really no place to run this wire where it's not in harm's way. So I did something that I really didn't want to have to do, and I don't like doing it. I had to run the wire under the engine to get it safely over to the hood. Those triple exhaust pipes just take up so much space, and that wire was burnt up or rubbed or something before, and I could see why, because there was no safe place for it. So I had to run it under the engine, which isn't great, but it's the only thing I could do. So that's all fine and good now, except the lighting still doesn't work, and that's because the switch on the throttle is all smashed out, so none of these contacts are sending electricity to the lighting. So taillight, headlight, still not working, all hooked up. I just need to replace that throttle now. I went out and grabbed the hardware for the shock, so the shock's all mounted up now. The fuel tank, that's all mounted up, and while I was doing that, I ordered a seat cover for it. I got the full hood strap kit installed now. I found the rivets for it. Then polished up the sled. I took out some of those broken pieces of the hood. The hood, I think, was eaten by the cows or the horses a little bit at one point. The exhaust, that's all sealed up now. That's all good to go. Tether's in there, so we actually have a start-stop switch. Didn't have to pay for that. Had that in one of my parts bins. Peeled off all the plastic dip off the windshield and actually revealed something that's a little prettier. Yeah, the coolant tank, that was a weird one. I drained the tank. I took apart the fittings. I pressure tested the tank. I checked for cracks. I checked for cracks along the coolant line. Didn't see anything, even though I tried to tighten it before taking it all apart. I took apart the connections, cleaned them, and refilled everything, pressure tested it. No more coolant leak. Yeah, there was a lot of just little things like that over the last few days where it was just like, oh, this was in backwards. This was never routed right to begin with. I don't even know why this is it here. The more and more I look into this project, the more I can tell that whoever was building it had no idea what was happening. Which kind of sucks because I've been spending some time shining and polishing it up. I even spent a little bit of time on the front bumper to be able to get that shining nice. But the one side of the tunnel is just completely screwed. It's like they took a wire brush to it or something way too aggressive. Now all the aluminum on that one side of the tunnel is just pitted right out, even though the other side and the back of it shined up quite nicely. It's just so many little things like that. I tried to change the cluster setup a little bit. Didn't work for me. Just went back to what was there. I want to change this whole thing, especially because I should be running pyro, so maybe we'll get some pyro put into it. I did strip pyro out of it at one point. Maybe we need to put it back in, and I want to redo this whole thing because we're stuck with a Speedo, and I don't want a Speedo. I want a tack. So ideally, we'll have space for both. The Speedo cable's on order. It's not here yet. Oh, the brakes. The brakes I went a different direction with since the last time we spoke. I looked through my parts bins because I figured in one of these, I felt like, hey, there's got to be like a Polaris brake master cylinder and reservoir. I feel like I have one sitting around in here somewhere. And of course, I go through my part boxes, and there was. The only thing I need to do there is get the rebuild kit ordered for that, and I'll rebuild that master cylinder real quick because I think it was in the parts bin because it was no good, but I'll put a rebuild kit in it. We haven't done a cost video with the sled in a long time, so next time the plan is we will be riding it. I'll get the brakes and stuff figured out before next ride, and then we can just see what this thing can do. Yeah, the only place I have not been into on this machine is the skid. So I've shone a flashlight in there, I guess, and I looked in there, and yeah, that's a skid. Worry about that later. Mountain riding will be coming back. I think there's some snow for us to go find. That wraps up this video on behalf of myself, Sean, Ben, everybody here at Texas Backcountry. Keep your steak on the ice, you steak. See you in the next video. Discord link down below if you're a dork. This sled at this point is just pull and go. So let's take a look back and let's remember what we threw in the back of the truck as compared to what's here now. Here, I'll even put the seat on to make it look more complete. So what I believe that we have here is a 1993 Mach Z. The control center here. The brakes are really... Hopefully some of this stuff still works, but... Oh, I fucking doubt it. The seat has definitely seen some better days, but that's alright. It's there. Sorry, no goodies to go through like on the Mod 7 back there. Start on this side since we're over here, and I didn't realize the clutch guard is what held this whole piece of shit together. Pyro, right? Oh, that one broke off right there. Okay. Do we dare check the chain case oil? I say yes. This better be a dipstick. Good. Chain case oil looks good. Probably have to clean this before we start draining coolant, or else we'll have a mess. Oh, this isn't very heavy. Uh-oh. Okay, just put it down, All these hoses, you can see more of that fire damage. Be a little bit of testing, a little bit of reluming, a little bit of repair that I'm gonna have to go through to get this stuff working again, I think. I love working on this. So simple. Except for the fact it's a triple, that'll bite us later. Okay, I got the carbs all stripped apart again. I did it off camera so you wouldn't have to watch me do it again. Yeah, everything's hooked up in there. It will, if I turn on the fuel valves and you pull it, it will start.
I told you you'd get it going.
Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll flood it now. Okay, now we'll flood it.